TalkSport, when they talked about him, and they said that they think he's got everything to be.
No.
He hasn't.
No, I don't agree with that. Before we watch the video, we just wanted to ask you a massive favour.
We just wanted to ask you if you could please take a minute to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and also check out our TikTok for short content and daily updates.
We really want to keep growing the Boxing 365 community and keep making content like this for yourselves, the boxing fan.
And most of all, thank you and enjoy the video.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Boxing 365. We'll be talking through our latest episode of Next Card in the Deck, which is going to be our All or Nothing card, courtesy of Frank Warren and Queensberry Promotions at the O2 Arena, headlined by Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. Wow.
Doing a millennial pause.
Oh, a millennial pause, yeah.
I did it the other day accidentally, and someone clearly really liked it on TikTok.
Yeah.
They were really into it. They said.
Clan.
That's what they called me.
No, I'm calling them a clan for calling you a millennial.
I want to give a shout out actually to one of our loyal followers.
Go on.
Thunderboy Roy.
Thunderboy Roy.
I have a bone to pick with him. I've not replied to any of his recent comments. And there's a reason.
Dress him then.
Thunderboy. Roy. Royston. Toy Boy Roy. I've got some other names here, but I'll message him you. Thank you for all your engagement. We really appreciate your support from the very, very start of the channel.
Absolutely.
However, the other day you called me fat.
He's really weighing on him.
Don't appreciate that.
That was
low,
unintentional.
So I just want to make it bluntly clear that we don't accept bullying on the channel. Leo Tang chose not to carry me because Leo Tang had things to do when he was on his way to finish the run that I was a lap behind. That's the reason. And that's it, I'll be honest. Now I've got that off my chest.
Do you feel a bit better?
Feel a bit better. Feel like we can talk about the card now. But I also feel like me and Thunderboy can go back to being friends.
Yeah. If anybody else wants to give Tom any jip, feel free.
I'm actually unoffendable, to be fair. So crack on.
That is true.
I'm excited. The more comments we get, I always go in hoping that someone's called me something horrible just to really get me going. The card.
Yeah, the card though. Parker Wardley.
Yeah.
12 rounds at heavyweight.
Banger this, innit?
I think so.
Wardley's going to get beat up, right? We know that.
So we agree on that.
Yeah. So I always debate in my head how I should address things. And what I mean by that is, obviously I listen to a lot of boxing podcasts and interviews, and some are very eloquent and talk about a lot of detail. But then I think to myself, could do that, but then it takes a lot of thinking from me. But then I think to myself, I have a bit of a ramble and go, that's actually what I'm like. So
I've got an idea. Why don't we just do whatever we want to do, eh?
It's a good point. Fuck everyone else.
So that's how we started.
Yeah, right. So, amazing fight. I think Fabio Wardley is going to get beaten up. Doesn't mean he's going to lose, though, because that's how Fabio Wardley fights.
Yeah.
I think he's a better boxer than people give him credit for. I don't think Joseph Parker is on the run of form that people say he is.
Really?
Yeah, so, well, right.
I sort of disagree.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Joseph Parker, this run of form that he's on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now I know what you're gonna. I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
All right. Well, go on then. Sidekick Sally.
I feel like that you're gonna say that he's beat Wilder, who's out of form, past his best.
Yep.
I feel like you're gonna say that he beat Zhang, but he got dropped twice, and wasn't the easiest fight for him. And then
he wasn't. Bear in mind as well, Zhang isn't the monster we all thought he was.
No, he's not. He's not.
He's a Chinese Joe Joyce.
And then he beat 4 million stone Martin Bacoli.
Yeah, who turned up.
Flew in on 2 days' notice.
Well, less than that. I think he turned up at 3 a.m. of the day of the fight.
So.
And then he beat a guy in Australia.
Yeah.
His best career win is Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
Who he beat to win the IBF world title. Martin Bacoli, great win. But Martin Bacoli we've seen against FAE Jagba. He's not the same Martin Bacoli.
No.
I don't know what's happened. He's had a big payday and he's decided to eat the small country of Congo. Genuinely, hand on heart, I love Joseph Parker, right? I think he's an amazing character for boxing. And he is world level, right? I don't want to tell you that he's not. And he does, in my opinion, he does beat Fabio Wardley. Joseph Parker is not the second coming of Christ. He's not the second coming of Muhammad Ali. No. Joseph Parker does not beat any of the top 5 heavyweights in the world.
I don't think anybody's putting him up at that high of a pedestal.
I've heard TalkSport when they talked about him, and they said that they think he's got everything to beat Alexander Usyk.
No,
he hasn't.
No, I don't agree with that.
And there's no wrong.
They know.
Well, yeah, exactly. Have they not been watching? And look, I'm not disputing, and this is where I'm going to get so much shit for this. I'm not disputing that Joseph Parker is a world-class heavyweight. All I'm saying is he hasn't beaten anybody that I'd go, that's put me on notice.
Yeah.
He's been some very good matchmaking. He's been very clever. If he goes and beats Wardley, I'll be honest, he's clever matchmaking again. Fabio Wardley, good. He's just got a really big right hand.
I think you're probably right. And I think as well, you were exactly right that I expect that Parker's probably just going to box around him nicely for a long time and then just try to avoid Wardley's shots. And then if he gets hit, which he probably will get hit, there's a chance that he switches him off, because it's what happened with Justice Hoon. He was losing badly and then just sparked him out, and that was it.
Yeah. And look, Parker's been stopped once against Joe Joyce. We were there.
Yeah.
But that didn't. But Parker took some big shots.
That was a crazy fight.
It took relentless trading pressure.
Yeah.
Joseph Parker, I don't see getting knocked out by one punch off Fabio Wardley. He went 12 rounds with AJ. AJ is as, if not a bigger puncher than Fabio Wardley. The realism of this is, for me, is it's a clever matchmaking against the WBA interim, whatever title Fabio's got. Okay. But it's for the WBO interim belt. It's for Parker's belt. It's obviously the higher ranking of the two belts. Wardley's put himself in a great position, and I love Fabio Wardley. He is so interesting to watch. You can watch a Fabio Wardley fight, and Fabio Wardley is losing. But you just sit there, and a bit like with Dave Allen at the weekend, right? You sit there and you go, he's going to win in a minute. Tell him he's going to win in a minute. He's going to win in a minute. And you go, and you just think that. Parker is a world level fighter. Fabio Wardley isn't. Parker beats Wardley.
I think so.
Parker doesn't then. He loses to Usyk. I think.
Yeah, I think he loses to Usyk.
I think he loses to Dubois.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that one.
And the reason I think he loses,
I think he'd lose to like Caballero. I think
he'd lose to
Caballero, but I don't know if he'd lose to Dubois.
I think he would. And the only reason I think he would, it's nothing to do with the power or anything like that. It's just the fact that for me, Parker's not good enough to frustrate Dubois like Usyk is.
Yeah.
And I'm not disputing it'd be a good fight, by the way. I'm just saying that I do think Dubois would edge that fight.
I will say for this fight though, as much as I agree with you, I think obviously heavyweight boxing is always a puncher's chance anyway. But I think Parker's has been exposed by hard hitters before.
He has, yeah.
And in the Zhang fight, went down twice.
Dropped twice, yeah.
So that's recent history.
Yeah.
And I think I do sort of think that if Wardley catches him, he might go down, but I couldn't see him not getting back up. I just couldn't see that. Like you said, it took round after round after round of relentless hooks and punishment from Joyce to keep him down. So I just couldn't see it happening. And I think he's better than when he fought Joyce by some way. So
100%.
Yeah, and I actually wrote this down because obviously you kind of expect it, because Wardley's got less fights and more stoppages.
Yeah.
Stoppages? No, not more stoppages, but a better
ratio. 94%, I think, Wardley.
Something like that. Wardley's done 72 rounds to Parker's 252.
Yeah, Parker should win this.
He's been around a long time. He's got the experience, is what I'm trying to say with that. Yeah, he's gonna know how to deal with him.
And I don't want this to become an episode of Next Card in the Deck. Tom slags off Joseph Parker for 15 minutes.
No.
But what I want to be, and I've always said, I'll be honest, is that I don't think Joseph Parker has had a good enough win on his run. I think you look at if he'd have beat a Hrgovic, if he'd have beat a Jarrell Miller, who's a very awkward opponent, I appreciate he's not world level, right? Or he'd have gone in for even someone that's sort of more relevant in regards to someone like a Jared Anderson or whatever, right? I just think there was opponents where he's had a very old Deontay Wilder, who's looking old, right? Zhilei Zhang, who
I think there was something. I think that's his most reputable fight recently. I think the Zhang fight.
Yeah, I agree.
I do take stuff from that. I
No, I
think.
do. He got a big pair of cojones. He stood up after getting knocked down twice from some heavy shots, and he won the fight. And he did win the fight. I just
Do you just need something else to prove that he's?
yeah. And the thing is, I don't think this fight does it. And everyone's and
No,
look,
I do agree there. I don't think this.
I think it's a banger.
Yeah.
I think it's a good. I think it's a great fight. But if Wardley beats Parker, that proves to me that Wardley is much better than I've given him credit for, because we've never seen it. Beating Justice Hooney proves nothing to me. It proved actually that Wardley's not very good at boxing, is what it proved to me. If Parker beats Wardley, it just proves that Wardley is not an imposter at world seeing. Because again, that sounds horrible.
But he doesn't belong there.
Yeah, sounds horrible, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does. But I do. But I know what you mean.
I like Fabio Wardley. I think he's amazing for boxing. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah. But to be in
he's
the
not.
world scene, he would have to beat.
He got dismantled by Justice Hooney, who is, yeah, he's all right.
On the up.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's.
It's going to be a great headline for that event, isn't it?
It's
going to be,
and it's guaranteed to be a good fight. Guaranteed to be a good fight. But
we will move on now.
We will move on.
Be here forever.
Me shouting about Parker.
Louis Edmondson and Ezra Taylor.
Love that fight.
Yeah, I think that's really good. So 12 rounds for the light heavy British title.
Yeah, love a British title strap.
Yeah, I think this is quite an intriguing one, to be honest with you. Again, we've got two up and coming, I would say, British talent.
Yeah. Edmondson's only lost once, hasn't he?
Yeah, he lost to Daniel Lappin, and that was a weird one to watch, wasn't it? Because at the time I sort of thought I was trying to be a bit sympathetic because I do like Daniel Lappin, and I thought, yeah, he's gone over the ropes a bit awkward. But I actually watched it back the other day whilst I was writing this up. He looks like he was throwing himself over the ropes. Yeah, he was jumping over the ropes. He wanted a way out of that fight. Yeah. I thought. He looked really frustrated. It looked like he was trying to find ways to just disrupt Edmondson's flow by whatever means he could.
Yeah.
And I think he got a bit unlucky, really.
It was close.
It was a close fight, and I just think pretty still Lappin goes and wins, fair enough. But I think Edmondson did a lot for himself in that fight. Yeah. And I think this is a good follow-up to that fight.
Yeah, I think I agree.
He's fought on a huge stage. He's fought against Lappin, who I imagine is targeted for bigger and bigger and better things.
Perceived to be a world beater, isn't he?
Yeah, so I think to go put up a good show there, to then come back and have a British title fight on another big card, I think it's a good.
Who do you think? I've not checked. Who do you think the bookie's favourite is here?
I don't think I've actually had a look at that.
I think it's going to be Ezra, because I think Ezra Taylor is phenomenal.
Yeah, he is very good, isn't he?
I think he's very, very good. I think he's the favourite coming in, which again, there's nothing against Lewis Edmondson, because Lewis Edmondson proved against Dan Aziz, proved against Daniel Lappin, which I did think he edged. He's awkward. He's good.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's unorthodox. He
box. Just came forward the whole time.
I didn't expect it. Did not expect it. But I think he realised that Lappin is this, is this amateur brilliant fighter that's come through Ukraine, trains with Usyk, trains with Lomachenko, And I think he realised, you know what, I want to put my head down here and I'm going to make it awkward. And he did. He did a brilliant job of it. I don't think he can do that with Ezra, because I think, I'll be honest with you, I think Ezra Taylor's the bigger of the two punchers, going to be the bigger guy in the ring. But Edmondson can box. Yeah. So he's going to, is he going to drop back, go into some sort of counter punching, potentially stand behind sort of a high guard, a bit of a shell? It really intriguing fight. And I've got, honestly, just in saying it, I can't decide. I've gone now to Edmondson. I think Edmondson's going to be too clever and awkward.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I think you probably said the right things. Obviously, Edmondson hasn't got a lot of stoppages. Ezra Taylor stopped 8 of his opponents, 12 wins, no losses.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be a great matchup. I'd probably lean towards Ezra Taylor as well.
Which is probably a bit unfair, because actually when you look at the records of where they've been, if Edmondson had got the nod against Lappin, this fight wouldn't have got made.
Probably not, no.
And Edmondson did, in my opinion, beat Lappin. He beat Dan Aziz, who for a long time we had a hell of a lot of respect for.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, maybe I'm looking at the hype of Ezra, and not maybe respecting what Edmondson brings to the table. It's a really interesting.
Maybe I'd probably say so far Ezra Taylor's best win is Troy Jones.
You're not. I don't think you're a lover of Troy, are you?
No, that was because we watched him and I didn't like. I can't remember who he fought that day.
Troy Goldsmith. Was it the two Troys? Did they fight?
I don't think so. It was in Birmingham, but I didn't like him there. Didn't think he was all that. And then he got, I think he got another decent fight lined up for himself.
He's fighting thing, isn't he? He's fighting on the November 2nd card.
I can't
against our boy Liam Cameron.
Yes, he is. And I just thought, I don't know. I didn't think he
massively. Liam Cameron stops.
But I sort of think, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe a little bit of on the hype train with Ezra Taylor, hoping he is going to be a good talent at light heavy for Britain. But it's a tough one. I think whoever wins, though, has got to be looking, if this is for the British title, obviously Edmondson already proved it is at a good level by having a good scrap with Daniel Lappin. Taylor's probably looking past this to something else. Not that I'm suggesting he's overlooking his opponent, but he'll be aiming for bigger things. I don't think he's the kind of person who's going to settle at British level.
No.
So it's going to be like European level. And I think it's probably a good point. You just brought up the November 2nd card where we've got Bradley Ray and Lyndon Arthur.
Great fight, that.
For the EBU title.
Yeah, great fight.
And it's whether...
Everyone's with Queensbury.
When the winner or loser of that comes out, the loser and losers, winners and winners.
Great. And I'll be honest, that is exactly where I'd be looking. I think the winner goes and fights the winner of that fight. It's a natural move.
Yeah.
And the winners of either against the winners of either makes a good fight.
Yeah.
Lyndon Arthur's a massive name in the UK. Brad Ray's proven time and time again he's far better than I think anyone gives him credit for.
Yeah.
And if Lyndon Arthur doesn't turn up, which we've seen before with Lyndon, that's an awkward night work. But that is a different card.
Yeah, it is. I'm thinking ahead. I'm thinking of if
I'll email
whoever wins.
I'll email Frank.
Whoever wins, that would be a nice next fight.
I agree.
And it's probably the right stepping stone to then right, now I need to have a couple of fights at that level and then
maybe go and fight Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That seems like the right match.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that, lost.
The next fight that we'll have a look at is Jürgen Uldedaj and Roly Lambert Ogum.
Did you practice the pronunciation? Have you checked that? Have you sense checked that?
I watched his fights. Watched a couple of his fights.
That's brilliant.
Watched him lose to Benoit Hubert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Benoit Hubert. French guy.
I don't know if he's French.
Might be Croatian.
I think he's Swedish or something else.
Could be Albanian.
No, Albania is
I know he's Albanian. Yeah. From somewhere in Albania, I've heard.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Good fighter, actually, to be fair to him.
Yeah, he is. And this is 12 rounds for a vacant IBO World Cruiser title.
I've actually got something to talk about with the IBO.
Go on.
We can talk about it as part of this. So I think that's a brilliant fight, and I think it's a brilliant matchup. And his name that you pronounced correctly, Uldedaj, is how it's spelt. He wins a world title. Nobody, even the IBO, know that you're not a world champion if you win the IBO belt. The only people in the world that think you're a world champion if you win the IBO belt, the only person
is the IBO world champions.
Is either the IBO world champions or Chris Eubank Jr., who continues to remind us that he's a world champion in 2 times. No, you're not. And the story I was going to tell you is on the Monte Carlo card that's been released for Matchroom. At the top of that bill, you've got Peter McGrail, Shabazz Massoud, or Shabazz Massoud, Peter McGrail. And it's for the IBO, World, and EBU European titles. That's how they put the poster out. The IBO have come out and gone, we're not going to accredit a fight for when there's a regional belt. This is a world title fight. And it's like, mate, and all the fans have come out and gone, I'll be honest, I'd rather it be for European. And it's like...
That backfired.
The EBU is a prestigious title, especially when you're a British fight fan. The natural progression, you look at the people that have held them belts, the natural progression is you go through the area belts, you pick up that beautiful English belt.
Yeah.
You then hopefully pick up the best looking belt in boxing, which is the British title. And then you go up to that EBU level and, maybe pick up a Commonwealth and stuff like that. But it's a part of that journey in boxing. The IBO came along, and they've been around a while, don't get me wrong, and went, well, do you want to be a world champion? Yeah, made a belt for you. And loads of people have held it. Look, Ricky Hatton was an IBO world champion. Anthony Joshua has had the IBO belt. No one wants it. It's like the ugly sister. You know, it's the kid that no one wants. Do you know what I mean? It's that
the kid that no one wants.
Well, yeah, like when do you know what I mean? I don't want to go into details. I'm going to dig myself a hole.
I sort of know what you
mean. Do like the IBO because it gives people that aren't going to win a real world title a chance to win a world title.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think
Apologies.
if he goes and wins this, obviously, it's a glorified ranking belt then, I suppose.
It's not even a ranking belt, is it? Because if you win an IBO world title, you're not allowed in any of the ranking bodies.
Well, there you go. Doesn't even really do that for you.
You're ranked number 1 in the IBO.
Brilliant. But at least, so I mean, like you say, he's probably going there. Hopefully he wins. But I mean, even that though isn't a given. I think Rowley Lambert for Wolm is pretty. He's not been in there with any big names or anything.
Obviously, he's part of the IBO rankings.
But he's 14 stoppages, so not to be sort of overlooked. We actually watched Uldedaj. Did you know that?
Yes.
I'd completely forgot.
Watched him in person.
We did.
He fought. Where did we watch him fight?
It was on the Joyce Hergovich card.
I'm trying to think who he fought.
Gerardo Melado or Melado. Yeah.
And he won.
He did win. He did win. He won his IBF international title.
Yeah.
When he beat Stephen Ward, he defended it against
Stephen Ward,
Pahalo, and then he beat Gerardo Melado on the card that we went for. So I think based on he's
going to have a great collection of belts, by the way.
He's got a lot more experience, I would say. Although the records are very similar, I think he's more experienced at a decent enough level.
I agree.
And from what I've seen of him, he's pretty skillful. You know, I actually in one of the it was amazing. They likened his style in the fight against Benoit Huber, where he actually lost, to Canelo Alvarez, which was hilarious. Yeah, even the commentator said that's the first and only time he will ever get a comparison like that. But he does fight sort of hands high coming in, and it was
okay. So who compared him to Alvarez?
What is the American guy? DAZN.
Mike Coppinger.
No.
Chris Mannix.
Nope.
Sergio Mora.
Nope.
I think Sergio Mora's top rank anyway. To be fair.
No, it's Barack and somebody.
You're gonna have to help me out here, mate, because I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
The DAZN guy for America.
No. They said he's American.
Oh, but he's on DAZN.
Yeah.
He does the DAZN commentary.
He sometimes does a commentary, but it's Barack and someone, and they used to interview Eddie Hearn and stuff, and you don't really see him as much anymore, but they've still got.
Anyway, he said that
he likened him to Canelo in that fight.
Yeah,
and then he got a bit of.
I did say at the weekend, didn't I? You know, about Dave Allen, I did say, do you not think his style is very similar to Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
No, like anyone. So anyone that has a high guard and counter punches, they Canelo Alvarez. I feel like.
I think it was just the way that he was fighting at the time is what they were bringing up. But I think he's
fight like that. Does that mean I'm Canelo Alvarez?
No, you're not.
Do you want me to show the fans?
No.
How I do a Canelo Alvarez?
No, thank you.
All right, fair enough.
But I think we'll move on from that fight. To be honest with you,
I like him. He's a good guy. Cool guy. Fights cool.
Yeah.
The Albanian Canelo.
The Albanian Canelo is his new name.
That is 100% the clickbait for the next video.
Yeah, the Albanian Canelo.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Who's that gimp?"
And the final fight that I've written.
I love this fight.
Yeah, I do as well. Danny Quartermaine, Royston Barney-Smith.
Danny Quartermaine. I'll be tagging him in the video. So for a brief period, ladies and gentlemen, can I give them the fun facts? No, I'm going to go. Keep it a secret. They'll leave them guessing. Cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Say you write a book. Great fight. Are the belts on the line?
Not for this one.
So he's IBF European.
Unless it's WBA, of course, because I wouldn't see that on box.
No, it's he was the IBF European champion when he fought against Jack Bateson, which was obviously stopped due to quite a horrific cut on both fighters. Royston Barney-Smith is exceptionally talented, trained by Ben Davidson. Very excited about him. I think he's phenomenal. Danny Quartermaine, though, is very good. Not a puncher, but a very, very good boxer. Got great fundamentals. Likes to take a step back, which should suit him because Barney-Smith will come forward, giving Quartermaine an opportunity to hopefully counter him. Really tough fight to call. Again, I've not checked the odds,
No, me neither.
but this is one of them what we spoke about earlier with regards to Lucero on another card for this weekend. Barney-Smith, if he's as good as we all think he might be, should beat Quartermaine. That's nothing against Quartermaine. Quartermaine's unbeaten, but Quartermaine I think is at a level, which is European in and around. Royston Barney-Smith could be a world beater. I think he's brilliant. I think he's very good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had a look at this and I was thinking about sort of how it might play out. I think it's going to be probably. It's tough, isn't it? Because
Go on,
we
I'm
don't
interested in
know
your
for sure that
analysis here.
Royston Barney-Smith is definitely going to go on to like massive things in terms of names and yardsticks. There's not been a lot so far, other than he's been being. I had a look through. He just seems to be being thrown in with as many tough South American fighters as they could find.
Well, yeah, but that's a tactic, isn't it?
Well, I'm not disputing it. It's a tactic.
It's a plan that what they're going to do is they're going to put him in with the Albanian Canelo in his next fight.
Right.
A few jumps up in weight, I appreciate, and then he's going to be an IBO world champion, and he's going to retire as a European champion.
But I think Quartermaine's got probably the experience of fighting better fighters and fighting for titles and things like that. Obviously, he had his draw to our good friend Jack Bateson from a clash of heads. I think it's going to be his toughest test for me so far.
100%.
And it'll just be quite telling as to how he deals with it. I think if it's an absolute smoke show, dominates him, then wow, that'll look particularly good.
Royston Barney-Smith.
I'm going to also say something in a minute.
No, say something. I was going to drop something, but I don't want to. I've said a lot today that's going to get me criticised in the comments.
So they are Royston's a southpaw, or tends to fight that way. Quartermaine's orthodox.
He is.
And sometimes we see with fights like that, it can be a bit. We saw it particularly the other day, where it can be tricky for people to find
the range,
put the punches together, and it can be a bit slow.
Yep.
I don't feel like Royston's going to let that happen.
Okay.
But I wanted to see what you thought.
I see the fight being a chess match early. I think Danny Quartermaine isn't going to want to engage unnecessarily to begin with. He's going to want to see what this kid's about. It's the first time Barney-Smith has fought anywhere near this level. If Royston's power carries up to this level of Quartermaine, we'll know early. Quartermaine will probably tend to avoid the engagement. I don't know. It's tough because I think where from an ability point of view, I think Barney-Smith wins it if it's just purely ability versus ability. But there's the experience side of it, and how is he going to deal with the fact that Danny's a good boxer?
Yeah.
It's not going to be an easy night work. Is he going to get 3-4 rounds in and go, I'm getting frustrated, start throwing wild, start getting too heavy involved in the pockets? It's a really, really curious fight. I'll be honest with you, it's my favourite fight on the card.
Really?
Yeah, because you've got a fighter in Barney-Smith who I genuinely believe is a future world beater. I think he's phenomenal. Ben Davidson speaks very, very highly of him. Quartermaine's very good, but I think Quartermaine now has reached that level. He's beaten a couple of decent opponents. If Barney-Smith beats Quartermaine, world is oyster. Like, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd lean towards Royston Barney-Smith purely on the bit of hope as well. I hope that he wins because I would like him to carry on. But I think it's not going to be easy. That's the biggest thing to take away from that fight.
No, and the thing is, and that's where I think you have to give credit to someone like Danny Quartermaine, who he's a free agent. He's not with Queensberry. He's come in to get beat. Really, Queensberry. Their hope will be that Barney-Smith does a job on Quartermaine. They've match made well, and everyone continues to jump on the Barney-Smith hype train. And again, it's one of them where, a bit like with Parker and Wardley, is if Quartermaine beats Barney-Smith, everyone will just say, It was too early for Barney-Smith. It was too early.
Mm.
And Quartermaine probably won't leave with any credit.
Yeah.
Or probably a promotional contract.
Yeah.
But
you got to fight what comes up, haven't you?
So, of course you have. You can only fight what's in front of you.
Before I go into asking you for your wins and things like that, I know you were hoping to talk about a couple of other fights on the card, or you wanted to draw some particular attention to Mitchell Smith, Arnie Dawson.
Yeah, great little fight. Mitchell Smith, bit of a comeback. I believe it's Mitchell, might be Arnie actually. Yeah. Bit of a comeback story. Yeah, Mitchell Smith, yeah. So Mitchell, good record, only lost once, I believe, off memory. Was really, really inactive for a number of reasons, personally. He's now back, finding a bit of activity. Very, very good fighter. Arnie Dawson is unbeaten. Cracking little scrap. I believe it's going to end up on the prelims, so it's going to be a before the bell fight. And I just think, you know what? They're not big names. They're the sort of names that headline a small hall.
Yep.
But a really, really, really good fight, and it's one that I think people should tune in to watch.
For a WBO European lightweight title as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it'll give an opportunity for a springboard for them to move forward. You've got a really, really good boxer in Mitchell Smith, and then you've got Arnie, who is relentless, come forward, really, really good. Honourable mention on there as well. You've got Tony Curtis Jr.,
Yep.
who, again, really good prospect. Don't particularly like his mentality. He clearly thinks he's a little bit big for his boots, but people love that. People love that. But something clearly very special has been seen in him, because Hall of Fame and arguably one of the greatest to ever lace up the gloves, Roy Jones Jr., has taken him under his wing. And he's doing well, finding some momentum. Should be another decent enough opponent, a little step up, and he's learning. He's got a really interesting style, really unorthodox, bit of a switch hitter, quick on his feet. He's good. He's a good young lad. And then we've got a very exciting debutant in Ahmed. There's a multitude of pronunciations. I haven't checked how you pronounce that particular one. But yeah, debutant, superb amateur background, really, really talented. Interesting to see what he looks like. Always like to see a debutant, because we've seen somewhere you go, this kid's going to be special. Taylor Bevan's always a standout for me when I think of debutant. And then you see others who, no disrespect, but Queensby fighter, Delicious Ori, who the hype and everything. We went down there and was like, this guy's going to be special. And we got there and
just didn't deliver.
Couldn't land the punch against a man who was designed to stand and get punched by him.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, just an honourable shout out to some of the other fighters on the card.
Yeah, definitely. Right, we'll get into our final bits then. So starting off with your predictions for the winners, right at the top, Parker Wardley.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Parker, and I think it's going to be stoppage. I think he breaks him down.
Edmondson Taylor.
I've changed my mind from what I said at the very, very, very start, and that is that I actually think Edmondson's going to win this one. I think he's going to win on points. He's going to be a little bit too awkward.
Okay. Uldedaj and Fogwoom.
It's got to be the Albanian Canal, hasn't it?
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
And then Quartermaine and Royston Barney-Smith.
Do you know what? I'm on the fence with this one. My heart says Barney-Smith, because I think he's a brilliant, brilliant fighter. My head says Danny Quartermaine. I'm going to go Barney-Smith.
Okay.
Split decision. I think it's going to be very, very, very tight, and I think it might be controversial.
Right.
If I'm honest.
Okay, well, I look forward to all of them. What is going to be the best fight?
Fight of the night's main event. I think main event is going to be super exciting. Wardley's going to be consistently beat up, I think. But there's going to be always that edge you see. He might.
The next shot could be the one that switches Parker off.
Yeah, and I think, I'll be honest, I think it just creates for an absolutely fantastic spectacle. It's a phenomenal heavyweight fight. You've got two guys who are in and around world level, rightfully or not. Banger.
What about your upset again, focusing on A and B side?
I mean, if we're going A and B side, see, it's hard because Lewis Edmondson's technically the A side, but I don't think he enters the favourite. And then on the opposite side, Barney-Smith is technically the B side, but I do think he enters the favourite. So I will go with Barney-Smith as the technical B side, because I said he's going to win. So.
Yeah, fair enough. And how would you rate the card?
I like it. I don't think there's enough depth to it in regards to some of the fights. But it's at the O2. It'll be a good showing. 7.
7, I think, is fair.
I think it's
There's
fair.
some decent fights on there, isn't there?
It's just, I'll be honest, it's just missing a couple of like that main top 4-5. Just missing a couple of names. Could have done with probably just something a little bit special, sort of a bigger co-main event type thing, a bigger undercard. But yeah, look, good card.
Yeah, I like it. So we'll see what AI is predicted for the fight as well. So we've got Parker wins inside rounds 10 to 12 if by stoppage or by unanimous decision. So stop him late or points.
Yeah.
We've got Taylor to win by decision or late stoppage as well.
Don't see him stopping Edmondson, but fair enough.
Yeah, we'll see. Quartermaine to beat Royston Barney-Smith by decision.
It's really hard fight to call that, and I don't blame the silly robot for taking that decision.
Yeah, and then Uldedaj, the Albanian Canelo, to win by TKO.
Yeah, which probably makes sense. And then there's obviously all the other cards fights as well. But yeah, no, brilliant card. I'm excited for it. The winner gets Dave Allen. I've heard a rumour.
You've heard?
I've heard a rumour.
It actually says, I expect Taylor versus Edmondson to be the most competitive and intriguing. Title states, contrasting styles, both hungry. I think that's actually like that. I think that's pretty much what we said earlier.
It's exactly what we said, and I'm also really bloody hungry.
Freaky bloody AI.
Clever though, isn't it?
Sometimes. Well, that is the end of the card. That brings us to everything that we wanted to talk about, wanted to cover. Let us know what you think of the card, and what you think of the format, the things we talk about. If you want us to add anything in,
remove it.
Or remove it. We should remove Tom. According to Thunderboy Roy, we probably need a crane, but there we go. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Not even replying.